Hello, in this video we are going to see the schedule viewer release dates. This function defines the date range that the agents can view their schedule in WebStation. This function also defines the viewer for My Schedule Changes, My Trade, a Schedule Trade Board, and Group Schedules. We can view and modify the date range for selected MUs or MU sets at the same time. So initially, after you generate schedules in WFM, by default the system is not going to release these schedules to the agents. So if we open WebStation from the agent side, they are going to have something like this. Even though we have schedules in WFM, the system is going to show this message, no data available. Okay, so let's come back to WFM and we're going to see how to use the schedule viewer release dates. So here in the main menu, we have to go to the WebStation tab. And right here we have this function, Schedule Viewer Release Dates. We double click on it. And then in the selector window, we have the two options. We can select the MU or the MU set. It works exactly the same for both options. Let me double click on this management unit, for example, the 9100. And then by default, the system is going to show these two columns as empty, the from date and the to date for when we want to release the schedules to the agents. So to set up the date range, we just have to click here on the calendar icon. I'm going to select, for example, December the 1st to December 31st. So the agents from this MU will be able to see their schedule only for December. So I save changes and that's it. Now, if I go to WebStation from the agent side, right here, and then I refresh the view, now you can see that the agent is available to see the schedule. Okay, so now what will happen if we want to set up the release date for an MU set? So if we come back to WFM, we should go to the selector window and click here on the MU set option. I'm going to double click on this MU set, for example. By default, the system is going to show us these question marks. Basically, this means that the date range for the MUs inside the MU set are different. So if we want to set up the same date range for all the MUs, we just have to set up the date range here. I will do it, for example, for December the 10th until December 26th. Now we just have to save changes and that's it. If you want to confirm this date range, we can come back to the MU and then I can refresh this view. Now you can see that for the MU inside the MU set, I have this new date range. And this is how we can set up the schedule viewer release dates.